friends, I'm back with our lesson about the person walking in the rain somewhere in the city. And I started, but I just want to catch up with you on some important moment where we're gonna talk about actually the person on the street. And so what I already did, I already kind of get this environment, set up the environment for him. So this person gonna walk in the middle, and I'll get you more light so that you can see this on my picture. So this is gonna be the perspective of the street. The person will be here, and that will be the buildings, and here gonna be the sky. So what we're gonna do, according by our figure, which is I was talking about with you, the person will walk, so the movement not gonna be that wide, so we have to kind of set up this on a kind of slightly open legs position. And with one hand he gonna hold his umbrella, so then one hand will be kind of bend in elbow, and have this position. So the legs will be in a slight movement forward like this. So which is gonna put the other hand kind of slightly behind him, and so he gonna have his umbrella in his hand. He gonna slightly move across the street, and that's how he gonna look, right? So now we're gonna start working on his figure, and I will do it together with you. So we're gonna start from, so he gonna cross the street, so I'm gonna have two sides of the sidewalks on it, and he just crossing street in the middle. So I need to get the right proportion of him as we talk about it. So we're gonna find the size. The important moment when we put the person on the street, we have to compare the person's size to our environment, right? So we can make the person bigger than the buildings, right? Of course. So then we kind of trying to find his right size. So the reason why I show here on the side of the street, the window of the store right here. So then it's gonna show me that the person's supposed to be kind of slightly smaller size than that big window, because usually when we stand in the front of the window of the store, the windows are bigger than us. So basically that window will be the nice hack for us to compare what the size of the person will be. So I recommend you that. So and then this building gonna go this direction. So this is the corner building, so which is help us to kind of manage the size of the person, and that's of course the rectangle size, and it has some perspective shrinkage on the side, but it's a same size as the rectangle on this side. There's gonna be some roof here, and the roof gonna go farther on the side. So the window here and the person will be slightly smaller. So we're gonna start from his size of the head, kind of like maybe half inch. We will go with that, and we will use the pencil with the measurement of his head, and then kind of measure how many of these heads we're gonna have in his body. It should be over 6. 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2 will be here, 3 will be here, 4, 5, 6, 7 will be good. So one more time, you have to really get this idea, because that's how you will roll with the size of this person. So remember, we talk about this. So the head Size, it goes inside the size of the person 6.5 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.5. So same thing when we work on our sketch, we're gonna do the same. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.5, maybe not. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 will be enough. So I think so that 7 will be enough. So we gonna just use our. I recommend you to have a little box for different size and different letters of the pencils. Like for instance, HB, B1, B2, and just H. So I have this little box with my graphic material. So I'm gonna use the eraser for erasing the extra for my person size extra head, because 8 will be, he will be just too tall, so we don't need that. So we're gonna get a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 is enough. So then when we figured out with the size, we're gonna try to work on a skeleton of this person. I will show you the picture of the person right here with the skeleton, because if you know anatomy, that's inside our body, we have our skeleton with the muscles over it, and that's how we move. Basically, this is the profile, this is front, and this is the back on us. That's the way how basically every person look. And we have joints which is help us to move, the spine where is all the skeleton kind of based on it, and we have our head with the skull, and tons of little and bigger bones in our body. So but this is all anatomy. We are not talking about anatomy right now because I don't want to complicate your task, because if you're gonna think about every single muscle and bone in your body, you're not gonna see the whole picture that you're actually painting the rain. So that's why we're just gonna kind of go step by step with our tasks about the human body, because that's the very big subject, and I don't want you to start thinking too much about this. Even if you're not gonna make it perfect, it doesn't matter, because that's your first try. We did the portrait. We try to make the human head look like somebody's head, right? But now we are going further, so we're going to talk about the whole body, but we're gonna do it slightly. So we're not gonna talk about all details. We're not actually painting the person from the person who is sitting behind or in front of us, which is you can do. You can ask your family members to pose for you. It's called pose. You can sit the person in a chair and try to make little sketches from that. That's a very useful task, because to make sketches in a different position of human body, that's gonna improve your skills are really wonderfully, because then you're gonna know how this human body moves accordingly by the position it takes. So usually in the colleges, schools, art schools, it's one of the basic kind of task for the students who try to learn about the human body, to do a lot of sketches. and it's fun. It's like a sketch of the nature, bring you a lot of joy because you go out, you uh, find something interesting, you sketch that, and then you can make a painting at home. Same thing with sketching of the person. You can make a lot of different sketches in the little tiny album, which is you have, for instance, for yourself. Just this size. This is good enough. And you can sketch, there are different things which is catch your attention. You can make two different books for sketching, one for landscapes, one for sketching people. You can sketch them in a public transportation, you can sketch them in a coffee shop. You not always have to mention them then you're making a sketch of them, because then they will kind of try to pose for you, and that's not what you're looking for. You're looking for some natural movement of the person when they just sit and kind of laid back and don't think about much how they're sitting. So that's just a sketch. When you actually ask somebody to pose for you, that's a totally different story. So that person will sit the way how you need this person to sit. But give them breaks. So because it's hard to sit somehow like without movement and don't change your position. It's really hard. So believe me, I know. And when you actually sketching somebody, give them little breaks so that they can shake their body and just make like a little bit of movement so that they can sit down and sit naturally. Because if they sit for a long time, they become kind of feel stiff. So and then it doesn't look good. They start changing their position, and that's not what you want. So give them breaks, make a lot of sketches, and this is just gonna inspire you to actually work on the human bodies and human positions, when how they walk, how they sit. Look at them and see how they move. Believe me, you're gonna see them differently now. When you will think about what's the proportion of their bodies, how they move, you're gonna look at people differently. So they gonna be the kind of subject of your attention. And then when after tons of different sketches, you will do it from your memory by heart. So sometimes you're not gonna need anymore the person to make a sketch of somebody, because you're gonna make them so many. So then you just gonna be so good on it. So then you just gonna make them by heart from your head. But you have to make a lot before that's gonna happen. But it's a very, very interesting subject, because you're gonna make them and you're gonna see how you improving, and you will get inspired, and I think that you're gonna like it. So first of all, when we start on our human, we're gonna spread his legs, because we have to find where's that point of the body where we actually gonna split legs from the part where our bottom, and they gonna grow from the body into legs, right? So what we're gonna do, we're gonna measure how many heads we have. So we'll see, one, two, three and a half. That's gonna be how or where we're gonna split our body for legs, right? So it's gonna be one, two, three and a half. So this is where we're gonna split our body. So that's where the legs will be. And then we will see how many heads we have on our legs. Let's see. One, two, three and a half, something like that. So one, two, three and a half. So that's how you measure your body for the position on your sketch, right? So we're gonna get this is where the body splits. That's where the legs will be, and we get this leg will be going forward. This one gonna be slightly behind. This, see where we gonna find the shoulder. The shoulder is somewhere like 1/3 of the head right here. So that's what we're gonna do. Our second head start right here. So we're gonna get shoulder from here. and then we're gonna bend this for the umbrella. And usually when we bend our hand, it's kind of reach our mouse, right? See the mouse. So this is where the hand is bended and reaching our mouse. So from here, we're gonna have the umbrella. And the second hand will go just, nicely behind. Sorry, my hand is falling down. So it will be slightly behind. And he might have the case in that. So this is gonna be his second hand. And he gonna hold the case in that. So that's the person. And this is gonna be the guy in pants and suit and just hurrying somewhere, maybe in the store right here. So that's gonna be the store. The store door have to be bigger so then he can walk in. Remember that, right? So here, this side, this can be like one more store here, for instance, with the door open. Here will be another window, and they're just gonna be just a house with 4 floors and roof here, and it's another house there. And this side will be two, same thing. So some houses. Yeah, we can put some maybe tree here. And maybe here another tree. And on that side, maybe some coffee shop here. So with some tables outside. Of course, nobody's sitting there right now, but they might when the rain is over. Will be some coffee shop. Then here will be maybe some other stores. And maybe some tree somewhere there farther. And maybe over there will be some park with a lot of trees farther behind. And that's gonna be the roof here. And here will be the gutters for the roof. Okay, so I think that it's gonna be good enough for our sketch because we're gonna work with colors, right? So I just wanna put somebody's here farther behind to show you the difference between the figure goes farther in the perspective. So we're gonna make the lady walking here. In the skirt. Oh, maybe it was the dog. And the dog will be here. The little doggy. I'm gonna work on pictures with animals, with dogs or cats. So it will be something fun for you to look. Maybe she just standing there and looking at the window in the store. Like Breakfast with Tiffany. Remember the movie? The old-fashioned movie. Started from the picture. It's kind of like a picture because she's just standing in the front of the window of the store and looking at the beautiful jewelries there. So you can even make a picture like that, right? So this girl, the dog wants to go, but the girl, she's just standing and looking at something in the window in the store. right? And over there, maybe somebody will walk on other side with umbrella toward to the store because they need to buy something there. And there's gonna be the tree right here, and maybe there's gonna be some person right here walking out of the store and just opening the umbrella because he knows that rain is coming, so he need the umbrella when he is going out. Before he go out, he's opening his umbrella. So, but he is basically on the same level as the other person. So he not gonna be bigger or smaller. He gonna be pretty much similar size as this person who is walking right here. Okay. So then we're gonna start with colors.